Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I am your host, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem, breaking down last night's 10-game monster NBA slate of action. I am now sipping the strong drink. This is what we call the mother's milk of bourbon. This is Basil Hayden's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Very fine drink. And we're sipping in honor of one of our members, really cool cat, Christian Barber. He is tonight's king of the DFS Sweatshop. He went out and took first place in a few tournaments. Had a really, really nice showing tonight, and that's why he is the king of the Sweatshop. I don't know if you can see that, but maybe if I turn it down a little bit. Okay. That is the young man getting to the money. Excellent night for him. Rolled out a really, really strong lineup in a lot of different spots. I believe $70 buy-in, took out a stack and some change. Awesome night for him. That's why tonight, Barber79 on Twitter, a.k.a. Christian Barber, you are tonight's king of the DFS Sweatshop. It is an honor and a privilege to be affiliated with such a fine gentleman. And tonight, in honor of your winning, I sip the finest of Kentucky bourbon whiskey. Now, it was a crazy night, man. And I thought about it. I start every show, it was such a crazy night. But this was a fucking crazy night. I was pissed. I mean, I was in here mad as fuck. Started out really, really slow. One of my favorite plays balled out in the first game. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm cruising. I'm going to take down some shit tonight. And at a certain point in the evening, it seemed like I was going to lose my complete buy-in. Like I had nothing in the money. I'm talking about going into a late game. I had a lot of lineups on the fringe of cashing, but I really didn't think that I was going to come away with much tonight. But I ended up doubling my buy-in. Shout out to the Core 4, man. It really held strong for me tonight. And speaking of the Core 4, let's go ahead and jump into a very quick Core 4 review. As you know, every day between maybe 2, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, sometime at the latest, I release my Core 4 plays. These are the 4 guys that I feel most strongly about that's going to return that 6x value for me. Had a really solid core today. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. We're going to start with the guy that played in the first game. We're talking about Darren Collison. He was my favorite play on the slate. I just thought that the dude, he hits the chicks. He does hit the chicks. But tonight, in the last couple of games, he's been balling out of control. Awesome game we saw from him at 10% in ownership. So the ownership wasn't particularly low. Just enough of us were on him. 10% is pretty nice. A nice ownership. It's a really good target ownership on a 10-game slate. 4.8K was the reason why I was so heavily on him. He went out and got 45 DraftKings points. An excellent game we saw from Darren Collison. The next guy was Carmelo Anthony. He was somebody who I was not particularly high on going into the slate, but amidst all of the trade rumors, and I saw him as a consummate professional, somebody that no matter what, he was going to go out and he was going to ball. And I thought that with all of the trade rumors swirling around, a lot of folks wasn't going to be on him. I did not project his ownership to be at 30% the way it was. A lot of us were on him tonight, and it proved to be pretty good for me because if somebody went somewhere else and they balled out, I probably would not have been able to recoup that whole buy-in and make some cash in the process. But 7.2K was the price on him. I just thought it was too cheap. 35.75 DraftKings points, not 6x value, but a solid return on that 7.2K from Carmelo Anthony. Pretty good game for him. The next play was a guy who I really felt that someone was going to erupt tonight. It was in my spirit that somebody was going to go out and damn near drop a hundo. I just felt that all day long. And I had a feeling it was going to be one of the top price guys. I was thinking about maybe it would be Harden. Maybe it would be LeBron. Maybe it would be Anthony Davis on some real fluke shit. Or it could be this guy, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 17% ownership, 10K flat was the price on him. He went out and disappointed me with 45 DraftKings points, 4.5x value. That's not enough for a guy that you spend that much on. But the good thing about that is, that's a floor for him. That was the worst he was going to give me. and that's still 45 DraftKings points at a certain position. So at the end of the night, I'm cool with that. The last guy was my late night hammer, the big homie Mike Conley, 9% ownership. Not a lot of people were on him. 7.4K, a modest price on him. He went out and had 38.75 DraftKings points. Now this core, in theory, at 5x value. And 5x value means that if you are fucking with me, if you're going to roster my core 4 and I bring you back 5x value, 146 DraftKings points, because I spent 29.2K on the entirety of the core 4, 146 DraftKings points, that means you have to do all the work. That means I'm leaving all the work to you. You might as well not even use it. You might as well just go ahead and build your own, right? Now, at 5.5x value, I'm working. I'm working for you. I'm working for you. I'm making it just a little easier for you to get to the cash line. At 6x value, I'm telling you, get your ass in the truck. Let's go. I'm taking you to the 300 club. And 6x value would have been 175.25 DraftKings points. Well, this core finished at 164.5 DraftKings points, 5.6x. Really nice return there. I was minus 10.7 from that desired 6x value, but it's nothing to shake a stick at because the cash line was about 265. So this was a really, really good core. If you use this core for, this should have helped you definitely cash in your double ups, cash in tournaments, just all the way around. Pretty good core 4. That's 2 nights in a row that we had real solid cores here in the DFS sweatshop. You know, the slate before that was a stacked slate. So let's go ahead and jump right now into the feature 4 plays of the night. These are the 4 most talked about, tweeted about guys in the DFS sweatshop, in the Facebook VIPs, on the website. Some for good and bad reasons. We're going to start with the who dat scoring all the motherfucking points over there play of the night, and it had to go to Randy Foye, man. We saw so many guys being arrested or not rested or injured or whatever for the Brooklyn Nets that, you know, a lot of us were scared to touch this game in general. I had LeBron in a lot of spots. I'm telling you, I had LeBron in a lot of spots. But when I found out that we weren't going to see Brook Lopez, that we weren't going to see Trevor Booker, I was like, you know what, fuck it. And I just immediately jumped off of LeBron and I went full on heavy. I think I was about 90% on Giannis, which kind of proved to be why I didn't really cash. But I still doubled my money, so I don't have a problem with that. Randy Foye, 0.9% ownership. This dude wasn't even 1% owned. 3K in salary, went out and got 34.75 DraftKings points. An excellent game we saw from him. The how did I miss that play tonight? This is the second time this season that this guy is the how did I miss that play tonight. This is my dude. This is my guy. This is the one who sometimes I stand alone saying roster this cat. You know, and when he's away from the hive, man, I just have the jitters, and it's really hard for me. No matter what the matchup is, it's just hard for me to roster this guy with complete confidence away from the hive, man. And I need to take a closer look at that. We're talking about Kemba Walker, 6% ownership. Nobody believed in you tonight, Kemba. 7.9K. Your price was still up a little bit, but we were just under 8. You dropped 55 DraftKings points. Salute to you, homie, man. Wonderful game we saw from Kemba Walker, my favorite player in the National Basketball Association, and he is tonight's how did I miss that play of the night. I know y'all going to give it to me in the comments for that, but that's just what it was. The next play we're going to talk about is the heat check play tonight. There's no reason to even debate or talk about this very long. James Harden, man, fucking beard. And we talked about this, and this is another player, because I didn't have him anywhere. I had 0 James Harden. And the funny part about this is every time when we pull up the player pricing and I look at the top and it's either James Harden or it's Russell Westbrook, and whenever it's the two of them, I'm like, yo, I'm not playing Russell Westbrook. There's no way I'm going to do that. I would rather play James Harden. He's the only one that I'm going to play above 12K. And I say that every fucking show. I did not roster him tonight, and dude went out at 10% owned. Not a lot of people were on him. 12.6K in salary, so the price was definitely up on him. He scores 97.75 DraftKings points. This is the only player in the history of daily fantasy basketball to eclipse the 90-point threshold twice in one season. Salute, James Harden. You're tonight's heat check play of the night. Now, let's go ahead and talk about that one motherfucker. And this is some disturbing shit right here. This shit is disturbing. Because anytime you got somebody that's priced up above 7K, I'm talking about 7.4K is the price on this dude. He robbed us. stole from us, stuck us up with no gun. He goes out, and at 15% ownership, he brings back 14 DraftKings points. Your ownership was higher than your DraftKings score, brother. That means you ran off on the plug. And tonight, Paul, Mr. Millsap, you a motherfucking snowflake with your snowflake ass. And if I catch you in Atlanta when I'm down there this weekend, I'm going to let you know the truth. You's a motherfucking snowflake. How the fuck you going to go out and steal 7.4K from 15% of these hardworking people that put their money in this motherfucking DraftKings and FanDuel? You going to go and you going to take them, stick them up for 7.4K and bring back 14 DraftKings points? You done ran up from the motherfucking plug with your snowflake ass. And I ain't going to roster your ass again till Sunday when you matched up against my Knicks. And I know can't nobody hold you. I'm going to have you in there. But tonight, you a motherfucking snowflake, Joe snowflake ass. Let's get on with the rest of the motherfucking show. Now, we reached the part of the show where we like to do a quick recap of last night's action. There were 10 games. We're going to flow through them very, very, very quickly because we've got a nice 7-game slate tomorrow. 7 games is nice for me. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, that's where I live. So we're going to break that down. And before we get into that, man, I had an awesome experience over the last couple of days, man. I've been able to clear off some time because, you know, I'm a barber during the day. I'm a waiter at night. I've been able to clear off some time during the midday and really get into the VIP sections with a lot of the guys that are family members from the DFS sweatshop. And we chop it the fuck up. I'm talking about maybe 30 minutes to an hour of just straight, real DFS talk where I go out and I listen to all of the talking heads and see what everybody's saying. I get the 6-pack and all that other bullshit. I get all that shit and I bring it back to my group and we sit down at the table and we chop it up and we decide which is good, which is bad, which is bullshit, which we should keep, and then we go out and we fill out the rest of our core 4 rosters. That's how we build them, man, and it's fucking dope. It is dope, and I can tell you it's been a real big change recently. And some of us and how we've been approaching the cash lines, man. We've been getting to it. We've definitely been getting to it. So let's go ahead and jump to a recap of last night's game. We're going to start in Indiana, where the Pacers on the back-to-back, the second leg of that back-to-back, were taking on the Sacramento Kings. We're going to start on the Kings side, where Garrett Temple played 32 minutes and had 2 points. Man, fuck that dude. That dude is a bum. 2 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals in 32 fucking minutes. Come on, man. That's horrible. DeMarcus Cousins, big double-double for him. The Cuz had 26 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 block, shooting 8 for 17 from the field, and he's still taking 5 threes. Why are you shooting so many fucking three-pointers, bro? Get your ass down there and bang. Big ass. Costa Cooper's went up and came down with 12 rebounds. He also had 9 points in 27 minutes. Pretty good game if you rostered him. Saw a nice one from Darren Collison, the core 4 member. 26 points for him, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. They actually played overtime in this game, so he got 45 minutes. He led the night actually in minutes. Had a really nice, really solid game, and I really think that Collison has turned the corner. He has turned the corner. We saw a nice game from Ty Lawson off of the bench, 16 and 2 to go with 6 assists and 1 steal in his 23 minutes. We even saw a decent game from Anthony Tolliver, 10 and 5, while shooting 60% from the field and hitting 2 of 3 3-point shots. On the Indiana Pacers side, Paul George is keeping up with the pace, playing very well. Led the team in minutes with 44. He had 33 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, and 2 steals while shooting 44% from the field. He only hit 1 of 5 3-pointers. Paul, we need you to hit more if you're going to be taking so many. Miles Turner, kind of underwhelmed in his 35 minutes, had 14 and 2 with 4 assists and 3 steals with a block. Not a great game there. Thaddeus Young, disappointed as well. He did get 4 steals. This dude is a steals fucking magnet. He had 1 assist and 5 rebounds to go with 8 points. Not a great game there. Jeff Teague had another nice one, 17 and 8 to go with 8 assists and 1 steal in his 42 minutes. And this game did go into overtime, so some of these stats are going to be inflated. Next game I'm going to talk about is the Cleveland Cavaliers at home against the Brooklyn Nets. This is a game that I just straight faded. I think I had one guy in all of my lineups was the Justin Hamilton. That's the only guy that I played. Only guy I felt comfortable playing. Everybody else, I just couldn't fuck with him. But we're going to start on the net side, where Bojan Bogdanovic in his 30 minutes had 17 and 2 to go with 3 assists and 1 steal. Decent game there for him. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, he did a little bit of everything. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals while shooting 33% from the field in his 25 minutes. Justin Hamilton, who we just talked about, had 12 and 5 to go with a steal and a block. Randy Foye, the who that scored on the points over there player tonight, had 16 and 8 to go with 5 assists. Pretty good game from Randy Foye. Spencer Dinwiddie had 10 and 1 rebound to go with an assist. And Sean Kilpatrick had 18 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals in his 33 minutes. Pretty good game there from Sean Kilpatrick. We saw a nice game off of the bench, too, for Isaiah Whitehead. In 24 minutes, he had 16 and 3 to go with 3 assists. Decent game there for him. And Louis Scola in 25 minutes had 8 and 7 to go with 4 assists and 2 steals. On the Cleveland Cavaliers side, a lot of folks are saying, man, just stack the big three. Just stack the big three. And I just couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to invest that much salary cap in this game because I just thought it was going to be a blowout. But LeBron James had a nice double-double, 31 points, 5 boards, and 11 assists while shooting 72% from the field, 1 from 3 from three-point, and he did miss 3 free throws. Come on, LeBron, tighten up. Kevin Love had a small double-double, 13 and 14, with 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. We saw a nice double-double from Tristan Thompson at his price points, 10 and 10, to go with 2 assists and 1 block. Iman Shumpert shit the bed, 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 steals. Not a great game there. And Kyrie Irving had 28 and 4 to go with 6 assists. Decent, but not a great game there from Kyrie Irving. The next game I'm going to talk about is the Boston Celtics beating the brakes off of the Orlando Magic. This was a slaughter, horrible game for a lot of the Orlando Magic players. Vucevic, man, in 14 points, he had 7 rebounds and 2 assists to go with a steal. Not a great game there from him in 23 minutes. We didn't see much of him. C.J. Watson had 9 and 1 to go with 4 assists and 1 steal. And Elfrid Payton had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists to go with a steal in 24 minutes. Not a great game we saw from any of the Orlando Magic players. Aaron Gordon did get 13 and 5 in his 22 minutes. Not a great game there. On the Boston Celtics side, Jay Crowder continues his strong play, especially since we didn't see Al Horford. He had 19 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block in 26 minutes. Jonas Jerebko was somebody who I plugged into a few of my lineups when I found out that we weren't going to be seeing Al Horford. He did have a decent game, 7 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block in his 27 minutes. Amir Johnson, 10 and 4 to go with 3 assists and a block. And we also saw Jaylen Brown, man, had a nice game. 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists for him. Isaiah Thomas had 21 and 3 to go with 8 assists and 2 steals. And Tyler Zeller had 10, 3, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Pretty decent game there. Marcus Smart had 11 assists off of the bench to go with 2 rebounds, 8 points, 1 steal. Good game there from Marcus Smart. We saw a good one from Kelly Olynyk, 16 and 5 to go with an assist. And not much else we saw from the Boston side. Next game I'm going to talk about, the Toronto Raptors at home against the Milwaukee Bucks. This game was a blowout. It probably shouldn't have been. The only thing that stopped me from really going hard tonight, because Giannis was definitely on track to have a really nice game. He picked up two fouls early in the first quarter, and we didn't see him again until around 5 minutes left in the first half, in the second quarter. So we didn't see as much Giannis as we needed to. He played damn near the entire second half, and he finished with 33 minutes. He had 19 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. And whenever that happens, Jabari Parker's going to step his game up. I usually don't roster Jabari Parker away from home, but not having Giannis on the floor for that extended period in the first half really allowed Jabari Parker to collect some minutes and have some really good numbers. So he had 36 minutes. He had 21 points, 13 boards, and 2 assists while shooting 47% from the field. Did not hit a three-pointer. He took 3 of them, but he hit 5 of 6 free throws. Pretty good game there we saw from Jabari Parker. Matthew Dellavedova, 11 and 2 to go with 2 assists and 1 steal, and not much else we saw from anyone off of the Milwaukee Bucks side. On the Toronto side, we talked about this dude earlier, man, and I had to remind people, do not forget, Kyle Lowry is Kyle Lowry. And if you don't have DeMar DeRozan, yeah, there's Norman Powell, a guy's going to come in and going to play solid minutes, but you still can't ignore the usage bump that Kyle Lowry is getting. And he went out and played 38 minutes, led the team, had 32 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal, shooting 50% from the field and 50% from behind the arc. He did hit 11 of 14 free throws. Nice game we saw from Kyle Lowry. Really good game. Pat Patterson had 10 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, and 2 steals to go with the block in his 28 minutes. DeMar Carroll, 7 and 3 to go with 2 assists and 2 blocks in his 31 minutes. And Norman Powell did not disappoint. Again, a really nice game for him. What I like about Norman Powell is he's not blowing the fucking doors off to the point to where the price goes up to where you can't roster him. He's just right around a little bit over where he should be. So the price is inching up on him. But it's probably the last we're going to see of him in this starting role because I got a pretty good feeling that we're going to see DeMar DeRozan make his return to the court. But Norman Powell in 31 minutes had 19 and 6 with 1 assist. Decent game there. Not much else we saw off of the bench besides Lucas Nogueira. He did have 9 points and 5 boards to go with a steal, but the 5 blocks is what really, really helped his game out tonight. 23 minutes for him. He did all of that damage. Really good game we saw from Bebe Nogueira. Next game we're going to talk about is my New York Knicks at the crib, defending MSG, going up against my other team, the Charlotte Hornets. Really good game we saw, man, on both sides of the ball. The game was very close. It was not a blowout. The spread was right around where it was supposed to be. So it was a pretty cool game to watch. MKG, he played 36 minutes, led the team to be exact. He had 12 points, 6 boards, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Decent game there. Marvin Williams had a nice one, 17 and 3 to go with a steal for him. Nick Batum almost triple-doubled on him. 15 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, shooting 41% from the field and 3 for 6 from behind the arc. Pretty good game there. But my main man, Kemba, went the fuck off, man. He went home to New York and had 31 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists to go with a block, shooting 44% from the field. He took 11 three-point shots and only hit 2 of them. If Kemba's three-point shot is working like it does at the Hive, I mean, he leads all scorers. Well, not all, except James Harden, but he's second in scoring tonight as far as DraftKings is concerned. Marco Bellinelli had 20 minutes. He had 15 and 2 to go with 1 assist and 1 steal. And Frank Kaminsky was a big disappointment tonight. He played 21 minutes, but he only had 5 points, 4 boards, 1 assist, and 1 block in his 21 minutes and shot 33% from the field, hit 1 for 3 from behind the arc. On the New York Knicks side, a pretty decent game we saw from Carmelo Anthony. He did double-double in his 35 minutes. He had 18 and 11 with 1 block while shooting 30% from the field. He was 8 for 26. If the jump shot's working, Carmelo was a stone-cold fucking lock. He had 1 of 7 3-pointers. So he had a really horrible shooting game, but he was able to balance it out with some pretty good rebounding numbers. Kristaps Porzingis, he got started very early in the game. He played 34 minutes, so that is encouraging. What I like about this game for him is he didn't really ball the fuck out at that depressed price point, so that I don't think he's going to be, 7.5, 7.6. He's going to be that high the next time he plays. And the good thing about this is we did see him get 34 real minutes on the court. So I think he's pretty healthy. I think he's ready to go. He had 18 points and 4 boards to go with 3 blocks. Decent game at that price point. Courtney Lee was probably the biggest value play in this game. 35 minutes for him. He had 16 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and 1 block against his former team. There was a narrative invested in that game. Derrick Rose, he did leave the game early. 13 points for him. He had 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals in only 21 minutes. Brandon Jennings had 15 and 3 to go with 3 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. And Kyle O'Quinn had 10 and 7 to go with 2 assists. Pretty good game there. Willie Hernan-Gomez, who everybody was on, only played 15 minutes. He had 4 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists while shooting 40% from the field. Not a great game there, even at that low price point. The next game I'm going to talk about is the Philadelphia 76ers at home hosting the Houston Rockets. Let's go ahead and start on the Houston side. We saw Trevor Ariza for 41 minutes, and he had 7 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, and 4 steals. Not a great game there. Ryan Anderson played 42 minutes, had 11 and 5. Nene, really good game from him. He only played 26 minutes, but he had 21 points, 6 boards, and 2 assists to go with the block. That's the value play of the day that we highlighted from last night's show. 3K, balled out. Patrick Beverley, not a great game. 7 and 3 to go with 6 assists for him. And James Harden, man. James fucking Harden. How good is this dude, man? He just balled. Excellent game we saw from James Harden. Big 51 real-life points in 39 minutes. He had 13 rebounds and 13 assists. So, yes, that is a triple-double. Also, 2 steals and 1 block while shooting 57% from the field. And he hit 6 of 11 three-pointers. Really nice game there for James Harden. Clint Capella in 21 minutes had 17 and 6 to go with 2 steals and 1 block. On the Philadelphia side of the ball, You know what? I talk about this guy all the time and how I'm not going to roster him, and I'm still not. Just because I'm not doing it with the minutes limit, I'm not going to roster him. But this is a night where it kind of comes back to bite us. We saw a really nice game from Joel Embiid. 28 minutes, he had 32 points, 7 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks while shooting 55% from the field, and he hit 4 of 6 from behind the arc. Pretty good shooting game we saw from Joel Embiid. TJ McConnell in his 27 minutes had 13 and 1 rebound to go with an assist and 2 steals with a block while shooting 80% from the field, 2 for 5 from, that was a really good shooting performance from him. Nerlens Noel disappointed. He only played 19 minutes. He had 5 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. We did not see much of Rashawn Holmes at all. He did not play due to a coach's decision. Jahlil Okafor did not play. So those guys were available. They just didn't see the court time. Ersan Ilyasova disappointed in his 22 minutes. He had 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Robert Covington had 10 and 5 to go with 2 assists and 2 steals. Not a great game there. And Sauce in 27 minutes had 9 and 2 to go with 3 assists. Not a great game from him at all either. Next game I'm going to talk about is the Chicago Bulls at home against the Miami Heat. This game was a shit show from the very beginning. Once I saw that, Dwayne Wade and Butler weren't going to be playing, but Rondo wasn't going to be starting, I was like, man, fuck this game. I had nothing to do with anybody on the Chicago side of this game. I sent out a tweet last night that said I would not be rostering any of those dudes until they figure this shit out, and I'm just not. Paul Zipser got the start. 27 minutes, he had 14 and 5 to go with a steal. Taj Gibson had 14 and 5 to go with 2 assists, 1 steal, and 4 blocks. Pretty good game there. Dwayne Wade, 15 and 6 to go with 3 assists and 2 steals. And Rajon Rondo, man, had a really nice game. He played 31 minutes, led the team in minutes, and had 13 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. Pretty good game there we saw from Rajon Rondo. On the Miami Heat side, really nice game from Willie Reed, man. 20 points, 5 boards, 1 assist, and 1 steal. That was good there. Goran Dragic was an excellent play tonight. He double-doubled in his 34 minutes. He had 24 points, 11 dimes, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals. Pretty good game there. James Johnson, almost triple-double. 6 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists to go with 1 steal and 1 block. Pretty good game from him. Wayne Ellington, 14 and 5 to go with 2 assists and 2 steals to go with a block. And Dion Waiters, somebody who I've been telling you it was not worth the 6.8K. He didn't have a horrible game, but he played 39 minutes. 33 minutes. He had 19 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal, shooting 33% from the field. I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in that Dwayne Waiters shit. That Dion Waiters shit. I just don't. I completely fade him. Didn't roster him anywhere. Next game I'm going to talk about is the New Orleans Pelicans at home against the San Antonio Spurs. This was pretty wild because we did see Kawhi Leonard. We did see LaMarcus Aldridge. We did see David Lee. We did see Anthony Davis, but they beat him. San Antonio just got beat. Kawhi Leonard, in his 30 minutes, had 23 and 6 to go with 6 assists, 1 steal while shooting 37% from the field. Not a great shooting game for him. LaMarcus Aldridge double-doubled in his 32 minutes, had 14 and 14 to go with 1 block. We saw David Lee double-double, 13 and 10 to go with 1 steal and 1 block. And not much else we saw besides Bertans. In 19 minutes, he had 17 points with 1 rebound, 1 steal, and 1 block, shooting 5 for 7 from behind the arc. The New Orleans Pelicans side, pretty good game we saw from Drew Holiday, man. 23 points, 4 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals. Nice game there, shooting 58% from the field. Saw a pretty good one from Terrence Jones, 21 and 7 to go with 1 assist. Didn't see much from Anthony Davis for that price point, 16 and 22 rebounds to go with 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. We needed more scoring and defensive stats for him to really make value. The price is still up on him. I didn't roster him anywhere, and I refuse to. He's the glass man. Donatas Montejunas in 22 minutes had 10 and 7 to go with 4 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. That was a pretty decent game for him. Etuan Moore, 13 and 2 to go with 3 assists and 2 steals. Pretty decent game for him. And Tyreek Evans in 21 minutes had 11 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. The next game we're going to get into is going to be the Atlanta Hawks at home against the Washington Wizards. Atlanta really shit the bed on this one. This was horrible. And I had a bet with everybody in the sweatshop because they know that Kent Bazemore is dead to me. And I said that, I would think about maybe a Sunday resurrection when I go to Atlanta to watch my Knicks play if Baze hit 6x value today. What I was going to do is if he's 6x value today, that was going to give him a chance. I was going to roster him in every lineup Sunday when I go to Atlanta, and if he did good, I was gonna officially resurrect him on Sunday. It was gonna be a resurrection Sunday in Atlanta. But now you still a motherfucking dead snowflake. Your snowflake ass. I'll never roster your ass again. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the Atlanta Hawks and how bad they were. The only bright spot on this roster last night was Dwight Howard. In 29 minutes, he had 12 points, 13 boards, 1 assist, and 2 steals. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 12 and 4 to go with a steal. Paul Millsap, fucking snowflake of the night. 4 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block in 23 minutes. Not a great game from him. Let's go ahead and get off of those bums and talk about the Washington Wizards. Pretty good game we saw from Otto Porter, man. We talked about that in the midday mix. They were like, yo, do you like Markieff? Do you like blah, blah, blah? I was like, I feel like anybody from this game that's going to be on the wing that I'm trying to count on for some rebounding and some defensive stats, it would be Otto Porter. The price was down. He was only 6K, so 21 points, 11 boards, 4 assists, 2 blocks. Great game we saw from Otto Porter. He had 5 of 7 from behind the arc. Whenever he does that, he is money. Markieff Morris almost had that double-double, 15 and 9 to go with 1 assist, 2 steals, and 1 block. And look who showed up for dinner. Marcin Gortat. 28 minutes, he had 15 and 12 to go with 2 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks while shooting 87% from the field. Pretty good game there. Brad Beal, they didn't need much from him. He had 15 and 1 to go with 4 assists and 1 steal. Same deal with John Wall, man. They just blew the doors off of him, and we didn't have to see 38 minutes from John Wall. We saw 30 minutes. He had 19.6 rebounds, 9 assists while shooting 41% from the field. Pretty good game there. Kelly Oubre Jr. In his 29 minutes had 4 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 1 block. Decent game for him at that price point. The last game on the slate, where all of the late night hammers dwell, was in Portland at the Motor Center, where the Portland Trailblazers were taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. It was a really nice game, man. This game came down to the wire. The big homie Mike Conley missed the 3 to tie the game, and what really would have set me all the way off. Marcus Gasol, 32 points for him, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 blocks in 39 minutes. Good game there. Mike Conley has 17 and 10 assists to go with 3 rebounds and 1 steal in his 35 minutes. We saw a big double-double from Zebo, who we talked about last night's show, going back to the Motor Center or going back to Portland to take on his former team. He has 17 and 13 to go with 3 assists and 1 steal in his 30 minutes. Pretty good game there. Jermichael Green, 10 points and 5 boards with 1 assist. And Tony Allen had 2 and 7 to go with 1 assist and 3 steals in his 35 minutes. On the Portland Trailblazers side, saw a really nice game from Dame Lillard. 33 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Nice game there. He only shot 42% from the field, but he did hit 5 of 11 three-pointers. Very nice game for him. Alan Crabb off of the bench, 23 points to go with 2 rebounds. Dude does nothing else. All he does is chuck jumpers. That's all he does. He's pretty good at it, but that's all he does is chuck jump shots. Didn't see much from CJ McCollum. He had 18 and 4 to go with 2 assists in his 31 minutes. Not a great game from him. 32 minutes, had 12 and 4 to go with 2 assists, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. Pretty decent game with all those counting stats. Now that we've recapped last night's games, let's go ahead and jump into a quick break. I'm going to grab me a cold pop, and I'll be right back, and we can go ahead and break down my very best DraftKings lineup and move into the rest of the show. We are back. Let's go ahead and jump into my very best DraftKings lineup. I did not hit the 300 club last night, but I was able to cash in quite a few spots. As I said earlier, there was a time during the night when I was like, yo, this is bullshit. Fuck this shit. I hate this shit. I hate this shit. And then end up, I love this game at the end. You know, like DFS, man, that's what it does. That's what it does to us, man. So I'm going to go ahead and roll out my very best DraftKings lineup. Now, as you can see, I had this line everywhere. This is all the interest to this line. This is how confident I was in this lineup. I had it in all of these different tournaments. Like, that's how much I like this lineup. And I really thought that I was on to something. And, you know, like I say, comfort is like a major key when it comes to playing daily fantasy sports. If you're not comfortable with a lineup, with a player, do not use them. I have a detailed description of why each and every one of these guys is in this lineup. Now, did it all work out for me perfectly? No. but it did cash, and I have to feel that way in order to go ahead and drop that complete 10%, pay my tithes to the DFS gods in order to get a return on my investment. So let's go ahead and start. This is a core 4 lineup because the guys I'm talking about are the guys I'm playing. I issued this core 4 out on the website, and these are the same guys that you see. We're going to start Mike Conley. Of course, he was my late night hammer, somebody who I really liked. 38.75. Darren Collison was in there at 45 DraftKings points. We had Carmelo Anthony, another core 4 member at 35 DraftKings points. And to round out the core 4 was Giannis Antetokounmpo, bringing back that 45. Now I'm going to give you a little insight into what happened. Now, I got a couple of plays from the industry. I got a couple of plays from the NBA during this, and we really break that down. That's the meat and potatoes of what we do in the sweatshop. And you can let them cats know in the comments. This is what we do. This is how we really do this shit. This is how we build 8-man rosters. So if you want to know more about it, hit us up on the website, www.dfssweatshop.com. We have tutorials. We go in and have meetings, and we break this shit all the way down. Okay, Frank Kaminsky was the player that I really liked because Cody Zeller. Cody Zeller was out. They gave me Frank Kaminsky, I felt. Also, we knew that Whiteside was going to be out. They gave me Willie Reed. So those are 2 plays that I got from there. Now the next 2 plays, the industry chalk, what I felt, I knew Norman Powell was going to be one of the most high-owned players on the slate. And I also felt like Goran Dragic was going to be that too, because of the usage bump that we knew he was going to see due to Whiteside being out, and also the simple fact that the Chicago team was in a complete disarray. Nobody was going to be able to guard Goran Dragic. I thought everybody was going to be on him. So I went with a couple of plays that I thought were going to be high ownership, and I went with a couple of plays here that the NBA gave me due to injury. And that's how I built this lineup. This is a classic core 4 lineup build, and it brought me back 290 DraftKings points. If any of these guys that underperformed on another night would have had a better game, and I'm deep in the money. I'm killing it. So that's not what happened, but it's all good. We're going to jump right quick into the player pricing for tomorrow's slate. We've got 7 games on deck, so that's still a lot to cover. And if it's 5 games or less, I would not be issuing a core 4. But 7 games, oh yes, a core 4 is coming out. Even though tomorrow I'm going to be in Atlanta with the wife, we're going to be doing cool romantic things. She today went and got her hair done, her nails done. She looks good. She smells all that great stuff. I'm going to take it to Pound Town and all that shit. It's going down, but I'm still going to come to work at the sweatshop. So let's go ahead and check this out. We've got 7 games here. Beginning at 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock tip-off, we got 7 games. That is the DraftKings main slate. But look at what we have here. We have a 4-game late slate. Now, if there's some juicy games in here, throw them bitches in the main. Every day, I get a tweet, I get an email, I get a Facebook message. Man, look at this shit. I could have put this lineup in the main, and I would have got 368 points. Do it. It works, bro. I'm telling you, do it. Take a shot. When you had a lineup that you were really comfortable with, throw that bitch in the main. And especially on a slate like tonight, where there's only 7 games in the main slate, everybody's gonna roster from here. Not many people are only gonna roster here when they're tilting. When you mad as shit and you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna lose all my money, then you throw a bunch of lineups in here. Do it before you have to tilt. Like before you go on tilt, make a lineup in the 9 p.m. later, throw that bitch in the main. Because you got 3 games in the 9 o'clock. You got 2 games in the turbo. You got 4 games in the late. I'm telling you, it works. Try it. So let's go ahead and jump in there and check out the player pricing for tomorrow. And we do this to establish that initial player pool in our heads. We want to get a good read on who all's out there, who we are willing to pay up for, who we are scratching completely off of our list. This is where we do that right now. All right, so as we can see, first things first, we know that DeMarcus Cousins is the most expensive, the highest salaried player on the slate. My son is going on a church trip with his church, and they are taking them to this game tomorrow. So my son's going to get to see Boogie Cousins. He's going to get to see Kemba Walker. It's a really, really cool trip for him going with his church. Shout out to my son's church. Now, we got DeMarcus Cousins, high salary guy on the slate. Fire him up. I like him. 11K is still a price point. He will destroy the Charlotte front court. No, doesn't matter who's playing. It doesn't matter who's playing. We can go with DeMarcus Cousins tomorrow. I like him. Karl Anthony Towns, yes, at 10.6K. I like him. Giannis going up against Boston. I like that at 10.3. Jokic is going to be out tomorrow. We don't have to worry about that. Kevin Durant against the LA Clippers. I don't know how I feel about that tomorrow. Just because the Clippers have been so bad lately, but Blake Griffin is back. So we may be able to roster a couple of these Golden State guys without fear of the game blowing out and getting out of hand. Isaiah Thomas against the Milwaukee Bucks. He's in play at 9.4. He is matchup proof automatically. It seems like the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns play each other every fucking day. Doesn't it seem like that? It's crazy. Eric Bledsoe, I like him at 8.9. That price is down from the 9.6 it was on that short slate the other night. So I have no problem with rostering Eric Bledsoe at that price point, especially against the Denver Nuggets, who are really bad against the point guard position. And they do not have the man in the middle to kind of, impede the progress of guys driving to the hoop. Steph Curry is questionable tomorrow. If he doesn't play, that makes me like people like Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green just that much more. Chris Paul's going to be out. Kemba Walker, yes, at home. Ooh, 7.8. He goes out and drops 55, and the price is down. I love Kemba tomorrow. Very nice play. 7.7 for Blake Griffin. The minutes restriction is off. We can roll Blake Griffin tomorrow. Draymond Green's going to be a nice play at 7.7. I like him. Marc Gasol. Pace of this game is going to be so fucking slow. This is probably going to be like one of the lowest point totals on the slate. I don't think I'm going to be taking a chance on Marc Gasol tomorrow. DeAndre Jordan is a no for me at 7.5. Usually, they try to take centers off of the floor. The Golden State Warriors do. And I think Doc is pretty stubborn. He just doesn't let that happen. So I think you're going to see a gassed DeAndre Jordan running up and down the court, trying to play small ball with the Golden State Warriors, which I don't think is going to be working tomorrow. Goran Dragic, 7.5K. This says this is the fourth-ranked DDP up against the point guard position. I would agree with that. And that would take me somewhat off of Goran Dragic. Hassan Whiteside probably will miss tomorrow. If he does, you can definitely look to Willie Reed again. Andre Drummond, yes, 7.4. I like that price point on him. Nick Batum, yes, I'm gonna have like a little small stack tomorrow, and Nick Batum is definitely gonna be a part of that. Andrew Wiggins is definitely in play against the Brooklyn Nets at 7.2. Jabari Parker, yes, at home, rebounding, Boston. I love Jabari Parker tomorrow. Devin Booker is in play at 7.1. Al Horford probably is going to play tomorrow. He probably just sat out one game for rest. Rudy Gobert, I'm just going to kind of stay away from this game altogether. If I do play anyone, it'd be like Mike Conley or something. Maybe Favors, or maybe I try to get some cheap double from somewhere in this game. I'm not going to be paying up for anybody in this game. Rick Rubio, 7K. He's in play for me definitely against the Brooklyn Nets. Mike Conley, I kind of like him a little bit tomorrow. Dion Waiters is a no for me. Gordon Hayward, he's been playing not so good lately. He is a no. Zach LaVine is in play at 6.7. Klay Thompson, this is the 10th ranked DVP against the point guard position, but him and JJ Redick are very similar, except he's better. So I like Klay Thompson tomorrow. Reggie Jackson at 6.4K, he's in play for me. Gordon Dragic is a really solid defender, and they limit point guards. They have limited point guards, but nobody's there to block shots once these guys get to the basket. I like Reggie Jackson tomorrow. Brook Lopez, if he does play, he is in play. George Hill's a no for me. Danilo Gallinari, yes, he's having a really nice shooting streak lately. I like him at 6K. Tyson Chandler is definitely in play for me without Jokic in the middle gobbling up those rebounds. We're going to see a lot of Kenneth Faried, maybe some Yusuf Nurkic, some Darrell Arthur. I do like Tyson Chandler tomorrow. Austin Rivers, he is in play at 6K. I like him. Tobias Harris is a no for me. Wilson Chandler, yes. We need somebody to get those rebounds from the Denver Nuggets side. We're not going to see Jokic. I like him. Jay Crowder is in play at 5.8. Avery Bradley probably will not see him tomorrow. I like Gorgie Jang, especially if we know Ricky Rubio is going to be on the floor. He is better when Ricky Rubio is on the floor. I like him. Marcus Smart is a no for me. Marcus Morris, it says this is a second-ranked DVP against the small forward position, but I like Marcus Morris tomorrow. I like him tomorrow. Zach Randolph is not in play for me tomorrow. James Johnson is a no for me. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, yes, he is in play for me. It's going to be seeing Dion Waiters' defense, which is not very good. I like him. Greg Monroe is in play at 5.4. Remember, we like to attack Boston, rebounding the basketball. We can definitely go there. Will Barton off of the bench, 5.4. He is in play. This is a very stackable game. The Denver Phoenix game, With Jokic being out, that just makes the game that much more stackable because you can get solid pieces on either side of the ball and not have to pay very much. NKG is in play at 5.3 against the Sacramento Kings. Jameer Nelson, yes, if we don't see Emmanuel Moody, I like him again. JJ Redick is still in play for me at 5.2. The price is kind of down on him. Tyler Johnson probably will not play. Jeremy Lin is not going to play. Cody Zeller probably will be out tomorrow. Kenneth Reed is in play at 5K. I like him somewhat. Derek Favors, I can get with that. 5K for Derek Favors, I can get with that. There was a time when if you told me Derek Favors was 5K, I'd have jumped all over him. He's still the same player. He's going to come around, and you got to be there when that big game happens. It could be tomorrow. Raymond Felton at 5K is in play, but not somebody who I'm going to have a lot of. Derek Collison is a yes for me at 4.9. The price dude drops 45 points, and the price moves goes up 100. I still like him. He's too cheap. Right now, he's just too fucking cheap. Even in this matchup at the Beehive against the Hornets, against a pretty good perimeter defense, 5th ranked in the league, the dude is still too fucking cheap. 4.9? That's not enough. Malcolm Brogdon is not in play for me at 4.9K. Marvin Williams is a yes at 4.8. Willie Reed, of course, we can go there at 4.8 if we know that we're not going to be seeing Hassan Whiteside tomorrow. Trevor Booker probably won't play again tomorrow, 4.6. Tony Allen is no for me. TJ Warren has kind of re-won my trust. The price is still down. We're not going to see Jokic. The middle's going to be wide open. I like TJ Warren tomorrow. John Lure at 4.5 is in play for me if he does get the start. Josh Richardson is probably going to be out. Jamal Crawford is in play at 4.5. I like him. Sean Kilpatrick is a yes for me. Emmanuel Mudiay, if he's out, we can go to Jameer Nelson again, maybe Jamal Murray, if we want to really try to separate ourselves with some cheap plays. Matthew Dellavedova at 4.5 is a no. PJ Tucker is a yes for me. Yusuf Nurkic, if he does get the start, I like him at 4.3. Isn't that crazy? He was just like 2.9K. He was like below minimum salary, and now Jokic is out, so he immediately just jumped up to 4.3K. That's whack. That's fucking whack. DraftKings is whack for that. Wayne Ellington is in play at 4.3. Garrett Temple is a no for me. Spencer Hawes, yes, if we don't see Cody Zeller at 4.3, I like him. JaMychal Green is a no for me. Bojan Bogdanovic is a no for me. Kelly Olynyk, if we don't see Al Horford again, yes. Joe Ingles, yes, I like him. Rodney Hood is actually a player that I really like in tomorrow's game. Even though we're going to be seeing Tony Allen defense, the dude is 4 fucking K. Rodney Hood is 4K. That's an excellent price on him. I like Rodney Hood tomorrow. Ty Lawson is a no for me. Jeremy Lamb, no, he's a no for me. Karis LeVert, probably going to be out tomorrow. Hollis Jefferson is a no. Matt Barnes will probably be in jail. Marco Bellinetti at 3.9 is in play. Frank Kaminsky, 3.8 is in play for me. They might blow Sacramento out. They might. Jaja, 3.8 is a no for me. Shelvin Mack is a no there for me. Chris Dunn, no. Brandon Knight, yes, at 3.7. That's still a very cheap price for a guy that's that good. And if we see Eric Bledsoe struggle at all in the first quarter, we're going to immediately see Brandon Knight, and he loves those opportunities to show why he should be the 6th man in the league, or even better yet, a starter at some point. Amir Johnson is a no. Andrew Harrison, no. Aaron Baines, no. Vince Carter, possibly a play for me tomorrow. Michael Beasley is a no for me. Jamal Murray, yes, I like him at 3.5. I like Jamal Murray. And we got one more guy out of the Denver rotation. He's going to be seeing probably some more minutes. I like him tomorrow. Spencer Dinwiddie, if he gets to start, 3.5, yes, we hook him up. Shabazz Muhammad, he's been playing very well lately. He had a down game last time. I think we can look to him at 3.5 if we want to play. It's going to separate us from the field. Ramon Sessions is a no for me. Reggie Bullock is a no. Justin Hamilton, he's only in play if Brook Lopez doesn't play. And Brook Lopez probably is going to play tomorrow. He just rested the first game of first leg of the back-to-back. Alex Lynn, 3.2. Yes, sign me up for Alex Lynn tomorrow. John Henson is in play for me at 3.2. Isaiah Whitehead, he is in play as well. Chandler Parsons is a no for me. Alec Burks is in play at 3.2. I like Alex Burks tomorrow. Tony Snell's a no. Marcus Chris, no. Rudy Gay's out. We know that. Let's find somebody. Let's look at the 3K guy. There he is again. Costa Kufis, 3K. Charlotte Hornets attack Charlotte rebounding the basketball. Costa Kufis, 3K. I like him tomorrow. That's my 3K play of the day. Remember, you heard it here first. Start Costa Kufis tomorrow in your center spot if you want to get maximum exposure for a small amount of salary. 3K is the price on him. Now, let's go ahead and jump to the point totals really quick for tomorrow. We've got 7 games on the slate, so it will not take us that long. We're gonna start in Charlotte at the Beehive, where the Hornets are a 6-point favorite. So the Hornets are giving up 6 points to the Sacramento Kings. It's a 208.5 point total. You know how I feel about Kemba. I'm gonna have him in a lot of spots tomorrow. He's at the Beehive, still riding high off a really big game. He's not streaky in a bad way. He's a good streaky shooter because he has streaks of when he can do one of two things well. He has a streak where he's just going to the basket all the time, playing well. And then he has streaks where he's just shooting the jump shot really well. And I like him better when he's having that going to the basket streak. Because usually when he's doing that, he's also getting the peripherals too. The rebounding, the assists. He's going to the basket, maybe getting a putback, a tap, things like that. And that's the kind of shit that he's on right now. He's not shooting the ball particularly well, from behind the arc and just lighting it up with a jump shot. But he's going to the basket. He is attacking the rim, and I really like to see that. He does it. He does it like it's nothing at the Beehive. So I really do like Kemba Walker tomorrow. I think he'd be a really nice return on that 7.8K salary. And whenever I like Kemba that much going to the basket, I automatically like Nick Batum because when he does go to the basket and he sees a trap, he automatically kicks it up to Nick Batum, and Nick Batum can knock down that three. So I do like Nick Batum tomorrow. I think you can definitely look to MKG. Marvin Williams is going to be in play as well. I'm not going to really look to roster too many people in the middle, in the front court for the Charlotte Hornets. I'm going to basically stay around the perimeter and guys that play on the wing. I like those guys in tomorrow's game. I kind of want to steer clear of Boogie, but I will be attacking Charlotte in the post. I love Boogie tomorrow. I like Costa Coopers. We talked about him. He's a very good cheap salary play that can save your salary and get you to spend up in other spots if you need to. Darren Collison doesn't play for me. He's still just too cheap. I like a lot about this particular game. I'm going to stack this game. I'm going to stack this game. I'm going to have 5 guys in one lineup roll out from this game on both sides of the ball. Next game I'm going to talk about is the Detroit Pistons going to Miami to take on the Heat. The Heat are in the second game of their back-to-back. Detroit is well-rested. If I had to just pick anybody from this game that I really like, it would be Andre Drummond. I like Andre Drummond tomorrow. He's going to be a really solid play. Goran Dragic, Reggie Jackson is a pretty good defender. Goran Dragic is a pretty good defender. They may cancel each other out, and for that reason, this game being such a slow-paced, low-total game, as there's not a point total yet for this game, because they do have some injuries on the Miami side, so there is no point total for the game yet. But the only guy that I kind of really think that can play well on the Detroit side is Andre Drummond and Marcus Morris. Those are the only 2 guys I really like. Everybody else, nah. Miami, Goran Dragic he's in play, but they could cancel each other out. They're both really good defenders, him and Reggie Jackson. And they're both trending up as far as the defense is concerned. So I don't think I'm going to be taking too many shots on either of those guys tomorrow. In the paint, we can attack Detroit rebounding the basketball and scoring against Andre Drummond. It's only because he's such an aggressive defender. Either he's going to block your shot or you're going to score on him every time down the court. So if he gets 5 blocks in a game, which is really good, but you attack him 10 times, 12 times, well, whoever's doing that is going to be scoring the ball. That's just the way he is. He is a very aggressive defender. And either he's blocking your shot, he's going to make you alter your shot, or you're going to score on him. So I do like whoever is the starting big for the Miami Heat tomorrow. Next game I'm going to talk about is the Boston Celtics going to Milwaukee to take on the Celtics. The Boston Celtics going to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks. Now, right now, this game is even when it comes to the point differential, but the spread is 218.5 points. That's a lot of points. On a 7-game slate, that's a very fair amount of points. And there are games that point totals are higher than this that I think some of the focus is going to be taken off of this game and placed into those games. But the difference is the other 2 games are kind of blowouts, really. 2 of them are blowouts. So Giannis owes me money. So I like Giannis. I like Isaiah tomorrow. I think it's gonna be a really good play. We can attack the Boston Celtics rebounding the basketball. That's why Greg Monroe is in play for me. That's why whoever gets to start for the Milwaukee Bucks at center is in play for me for just a minute to come out and get quick 5 rebounds, 4 points, a block, and a steal real quick. even if it's the guy that's 3.2K, the Plumlee guy, whoever it is, to get out there and really just start and have a good game quick. On the other side of the ball, I think we can look to Kelly Olynyk when it comes to the bigs. If we don't see Al Horford, that is, we probably won't see uh, Avery Bradley again. So if Jaylen Brown gets to start, he is definitely considering. He's definitely deserving of consideration. But there's a lot I like about this game. I like this game a lot. This game I'm going to talk about is a 224.5 point total. This is the Golden State Warriors at home at the Oracle, taking on the LA Clippers. Now, this game is slated to be a blowout. The Golden State Warriors are giving up 12.5 points to the LA Clippers. And for that reason, a lot of folks are not going to want to fuck with this game. They're going to go to the Denver Phoenix game, where the point total is higher and the differential is closer. But I think there's a lot to like about this game. On the Golden State side especially, if we don't see Curry or his minutes are capped or limited in some way, that makes the other three guys very valuable. Usually when Golden State, if they do blow a team out, and they don't like the Clippers either, so they don't mind beating the shit out of a team. So I'm gonna tell you who I like in this game. I like Draymond and I like Klay Thompson. Those are two of my favorite plays from the Golden State side of this team. Of this game. I like Golden State to win the game, of course, but I do like Draymond and I like Klay Thompson in this game. Not so much on the Curry side. Durant is doable because he is under 10K and does have that 60-point upside, but I don't think they're going to need all of that from those guys in order to beat the LA Clippers. Without Chris Paul, this is a bad team. We don't know exactly how good they can be with Blake Griffin and without Chris Paul, but I mean, I can't imagine that they're too much better because Chris Paul is like one of the best point guards in the league, and him not being on this team is really, really, really hurting these guys. So, not to take anything away from the coach's son or from Raymond Felton, but those guys, they're good. They're good, and they're playable. Definitely, they're playable tomorrow because we can attack Golden State at the point guard position. So, whoever starts at the point guard, I will be giving them a look. Blake Griffin is still very cheap at 7.7K. He is an 8K plus player when he's very healthy. I think he's 100% good to go, so we can definitely look to him. DeAndre Jordan is a no for me. I won't have him anywhere. And I do like JJ Redick because if this game does stay close, it's because JJ Redick is knocking down shots. That's just the truth. Next game I'm going to talk about is the Brooklyn Nets going to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves. This is a 217.5 point total, with the Brooklyn Nets being the beneficiary of that, getting 11.5 points from the Minnesota Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves are a home favorite, which leads me to automatically like the guy that's second in the league in minutes. This dude plays, the only guy that plays more minutes than him is LeBron James up to this point. I'm talking about Zach LaVine. I love Zach LaVine tomorrow. I think it's going to be a really nice play. Normally, I would not roster LaVine and Wiggins because rarely do they both have really good games. But I think he could have a decent game too. But I really like Zach LaVine. If I had to choose between the two of them, I would go Zach in this particular game 100 times. Now, I like Zach LaVine tomorrow. Coming off of that good game, his confidence should be up some. I like him. I like him a lot tomorrow. Ricky Rubio is somebody who I also like too. I think he could be a decent play, but I won't be playing him because he doesn't have the scoring upside that I need from a point guard. There's going to be other point guards on the slate that I know I can get the scoring from, but I will have some of those assists that he's going to be dishing out. And the way I'm going to get him is Gorgui Dieng. I like Gorgui Dieng, and I like Karl Anthony Towns. The three players I like from Minnesota, Towns, Dieng, and LaVine. Those are the three guys that I'll be looking for tomorrow in my roster builds. On the Brooklyn Nets side, knowing who's starting is one thing. Like, Dinwiddie, yeah, I like Dinwiddie if he's starting. Kilpatrick can be a decent play. I will not roster a small forward against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are very restricting to the small forward position. I think we can look to Brook Lopez if he does play. But if you're on FanDuel, you only got one center spot. And I doubt that you're going to spend that on Brook Lopez with these guys on the slate. With Andre Drummond and Willie Reed with value. And, I doubt you're going to spend that on Brook Lopez. If you're on DraftKings and you can move around a little bit, you can put Karl Anthony Towns in a power forward position or center position. You know that you can move Gorgui Dieng back and forth. You can make moves. You can do different things. You can roster two centers, put one in the utility if you like. Because tomorrow could be a two-center slate. It could be. The closer we look at it, it might become a two-center slate. So if you're going to do that, then of course Brook Lopez would be in play. That's it for the Brooklyn Nets side. The next game I'm going to talk about is the Denver Nuggets going to Phoenix to take on the Suns. This is a 231.5 point total, the highest point total on the slate. The Denver Nuggets are getting 2.5 points from the Phoenix Suns. So the Phoenix Suns are, of course, the favorite in this game. And I really think, that, Bledsoe is automatically in play. I like Bledsoe in this game. I like Tyson Chandler in this game. I think they'll both be really, really good plays. I even like T.J. Warren in this game because Nikola Jokic not being on this team is going to change it some. It is. And the defensive stats that we saw from Denver of the last few games are not going to be there. The rebounding and the block shots, they're not going to be there. This game is going to have a ton of possessions. It's going to be a lot of missed shots. It's going to be a lot of rebounds going the Phoenix way. I can definitely in this game see Tyson Chandler pulling down 20 boards. He's probably going to score 12 points, but still, that's a double-double. That's a big double-double. So I like that. I like a lot about this game. I like Phoenix actually a lot in this game. On the Denver side, Daniel Gallinari's in play for me. Also, Jameer Nelson, of course, if we don't see Emmanuel Mudiay. You also can give strong consideration to some bench players on the Denver side. We're talking about Jamal Murray, somebody who I like. Gary Harris can be a decent play. He's starting at the shooting guard position. You got Will Barton coming off of the bench. This team is jam-packed with guys that can get in and really catch fire quickly. So that's definitely a team to watch. Plus, it's a 9 o'clock game. Technically, your late-night hammer comes from this area of games. So it's going to be a good one. And I'm glad it's one of the later games on the slate. But last game on the slate is the lowest point total. And I guarantee you the lowest ownership is going to come from the players in this game. It's the Memphis Grizzlies going to Utah, Salt Lake, to take on the Jazz. The point total is a paltry 187 points. Horrible, low point total game. Two of the lowest, slowest paced teams in the league. Utah's giving up 7 to the Memphis Grizzlies. There's not too much to like from this game. The only play that I can even feel confident rostering on the Utah side is going to be Rodney Hood, just because he's so fucking cheap. He's so cheap. I mean, he gets 10 points, grabs 4 rebounds, a steal, and 2 of the shots, one of the shots be a 3-pointer. He's made value. So he's somebody who I can definitely get into tomorrow at 4K. I like him. Gordie Hayward has been playing not so great lately. We know we had a decent game last time out from Rudy Gobert, but going up against Marc Gasol, they kind of cancel each other out. I would look to the Memphis point guard spot. George Hill is a decent defender. So is Mike Conley. And these teams are very evenly matched. Like, all of the strengths from the Memphis team are the same strengths from the Utah team. And for that reason, we're not going to see high ownerships on these guys. So if you take them, you know that you're going to be getting them at a low ownership, but they're going to be late night hammer. You're going to get them at a low ownership, but also the risk involved is there's just not going to be a lot of points to go around. So this has been your DFS Jerusalem. You can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Remember, I will be in the A all weekend. If you're out in the Atlanta area, you want to get up with the DFS Jerusalem, me and my wife sit down, have some drinks, have some dinner, have a good time, show us around the city. It's all good. We'll be there for you. If you would like to support the show, there is a box over here that says support the show. Click that link, go where it needs to take you. Also, if you want to be a full-fledged member of the DFS Sweatshop and be invited inside this not-so-secret society of DFS players and winners here in the Sweatshop, go ahead and hit up the website at www.dfssweatshop.com. That's where you will receive all of our tools, everything you have to offer, and the most important feature of the Sweatshop, you will be linked into the most fabulous community of daily fantasy sports players in the game. Hands down, no questions asked. So, again, I'm your DFS Jerusalem. Thank y'all so much. There's a good chance, if I become too inebriated, that I will not do a show for Sunday. Saturday night, my wife and I are going to be stepping out. I'm just going to say that now. And you know she likes the strip club. Might be stepping out. So if I don't do a show for Saturday night for Sunday, you can best believe I'll be back on track with you Monday. I'm going to go where the night takes us. We're going to have a great time. Thank y'all so much. The number one thing that I want all of you to do in the DFS Sweatshop and in life is keep it 300.